Hi, everyone. This is Jill Florent. I'm pleased to welcome you to our webinar workshop today, and wanted to just let you know that we're here today to uh, share with you um, our virtual admin workshop, which will be focused on building an admin console to perform user governance and dashboard metrics analysis. So very, very excited to cover this topic. This has been for every one of our large customers who we've been talking to about this approach the last several months. It's been extremely well received. There was a blog post that we published about 2 months ago that goes through some of the details, but I'm very pleased to have the author of that blog post with us today to go through this approach in detail. I did want to just give you a couple of kind of organizing ideas before turning it over to our lead presenter. It is important that in order to follow along today that you have an AWS account that has access to QuickSight, Athena, Lambda, and S3. And so just from a prerequisite standpoint, anyone is welcome to kind of watch and follow and listen along, but in order to do any sort of hands-on activities, you'll want to have a basic understanding of Python and some of the single sign-on things listed here. I did also want to flag for you that one of the reasons we like to do these virtual workshops with our in-depth subject matter experts on QuickSight is we'd love to get your questions answered today while we're live on the phone and through the chat window. So within GoToWebinar on the right-hand side, you have a panel with a few options. Feel free to post questions and we're going to do our best to get those answered. While the presentation is going on, we'll be chatting in the background. I did also just want to take a moment to flag that we do have a QuickSight community that's a great place to get questions answered when we're not together on a workshop like this. And so you've got a link here that is available within your QuickSight account. That's a great place to post questions and get answers and other resources as well. Just a note, we are recording today's workshop and we'll share this on our YouTube channel after the session. Usually we'll get that published live to the YouTube channel by the end of the week. And so if you have to go back over something or need to leave early, know that you can come back and find this on our YouTube channel. We do have a number of really great workshop videos there, as well as short videos that help you do all kinds of cool things with QuickSight. So probably a good idea, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to that channel. There is going to be a couple of things that we'll post in the chat window that that allows you to really follow along and kind of have access to the content that we're referring to today. So I've got a few links here and just wanted to flag that we'll be talking about some details that relate to a blog post, some technical references on our APIs and CloudTrail. And then I did want to just pause for a moment. As I mentioned before, my name's Jill Florent. I'm on the customer success team for Amazon QuickSight. Our subject matter expert for today's session is Ying Wang, who is one of my favorite experts to rely on inside AWS. She's been an engineer and a consultant in the data analytics practice for a couple of years here at AWS and for many years in the BI industry. So she brings a wealth of knowledge to any of the projects that she's working on. I think that one of the highlights of what you're going to see and hear about today is that Ying has really done a great job, I think, of unlocking the potential of QuickSight to work as an AWS cloud native service that works really well with our serverless functionality, other APIs, and the other builder tools that allow you to get the most out of AWS services working together. So you're really going to see and understand some exciting potential here that helps you get the most out of your QuickSight implementation. So without further ado, I'd love to just put our agenda here on a slide and then maybe open it up to Ying to share your screen and begin a little bit more of the introduction to what we're going to cover today with the APIs. We will go into a detailed demo and then do the hands-on kind of workshop steps. I'm very excited to share that the CloudFormation component will be demonstrated today, and that we'll be having time at the end for questions and answers. So let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen and turn it over to Ying to lead us through the next steps.
So first topic, it is brief introduction of QuickSight API. Similar as the other AWS Service API, QuickSight allow end user, the BI admin, and also the BI developer to make the API request to get the information. Basically, you can list the user, list the group, list the data source, and describe any objects and get the return as a JSON string. And then you can pass the JSON string to do further data analysis, the same as all the other data source data sets. There's no difference. And furthermore, you can create Lambda function or glue Python snippets if you need longer than 15 minutes. And then you can import a bottom tree, and then you can call those API to get the information. For example, if you call API, say, describe datasets, then you will get the response in a JSON string to provide you the ARM, dataset ID name, and the physical table mapping information. We use the API response and also CloudTrail log to generate the dashboard by following the step listed in this big data block. And the sample dashboard is here in the big data block. If you go to the very bottom and click the link here, say interactively dashboard demo, your browser will bring you to this page to view this demo dashboard. And in this demo dashboard, we provide some explanation. Some of the attendee, you might already listen my previous presentation or view the blog, but here I would like to briefly demo and explain the terminology and the dashboard again. Feel free to post your question and we will answer the question later. So in this dashboard, we set some control, or we say select. If you are familiar with the other BI tool, they might call it select or interactively filter, whatever. And in the control, you can set the start date and the day for your analysis of the usage metrics. And you can set the inactive months in the user analysis tab, because the user license of QuickSight, it is per month, so only month level is useful. For the dashboard analysis, we set the inactive analysis in day, because on dashboard we do monitor the active status, inactive status on a more granular level. Active, inactive just means anyone view the dashboard, any user do the login activity and do the view dashboard activity or not, is purely based on your analysis. For this one, the user active, inactive, we are defining based on the user view dashboard event, not only by the user login event. If the user log in, but he or she doesn't do any view dashboard action, we will mark this user as inactive. And similarly, if you would like to notify the user status active or inactive by login event or by the create dataset event or create analysis event, that's also doable. Either way is fine. And you can also choose the region, the department, the team in your human resource information. And you can also select a QuickSight namespace group to run the analysis. And you can also run mouse click to send the email to inactive author or view the user details. And here we define some terminology. Longevity means the time between the user first login and last login. Utilization means the working day in a given time period. For example, in 5 working days, and in these 5 working days, I access the dashboard like 4 distinct days, then my utilization, it is 80%. Dashboard click rate means the QuickSight user view dashboard session, how many view dashboard session. Paid session, because for QuickSight author, whatever they view the dashboard, we don't charge it because it is monthly user license. But for the QuickSight reader, if you view dashboard once, then QuickSight charge the session. So the reader session, it is a paid session. So we provide the information for you to check the reader paid session or not. The session is not, you don't have to pay because it is author or it is admin. And you are all familiar with author and reader of QuickSight. I will not talk about that. And here there are 2 thumbnails. This one, it is word cloud visualization. Here you can see the username, and if you move your mouse to username, you can see the utilization. And the size of the username, it is decided by the utilization. And you see anonymous. Why you see anonymous? Because we have this administrative dashboard, and I open the anonymous access. So you can see a huge anonymous username here, and it is high utilization. Thank you everyone for the interest to view this demo dashboard. And this one is another thumbnail, which is based on the dashboard analysis. You can see the dashboard name here. The size of the dashboard name is decided by the dashboard click rate. The color of the area tire, it is decided by the distinct user. That's different because some dashboard you might have very high click rate, but just because some of the user they frequently view this dashboard. And you can see this the main dashboard. The click rate is for the last 2 months is only 218, but the distinct user it is 200. Yeah. And let me open the. If you click this one, we will bring you to the user analysis, and you can see the selected control on the top. There's a cache problem. Let me refresh it. And in here, you can specify the start date and the end date to specify the analysis time range. And here is the one you can set the user activity status you would like to analyze for. If the user didn't view any dashboard in 1 month, set it as inactive. And here it is the AWS region. You can select the element from this drop-down list to check the information. User, they don't specify to any region, but the dashboard the user is viewing, it is limited by the AWS region. And here you can choose the different team, the different namespace, and the different QuickSight group. And here in this, we display the latest activity event in the CloudTrail log. And here we display like you specify start date and end date, then the metric calculated over the last 63 days based on the selection. You select 9 weeks. And the active user means we have 159 active users. That means those users, they do view dashboard in last month. And the inactive user means in the total user, there are 39 users. They didn't active any dashboard in the last month. If you change it like to 2 months, then you can see, okay, in only one user in the last 2 months never view any dashboard. And we also would like to analyze the author status. So in those users, we only have a few users, they are author. The others, they are reader. So for those authors, in total 22 authors, we have 19 authors, they are active authors. That means there are 19 authors, they click the dashboard in last month. And the same for the inactive authors. And this number is the total dashboard click rate. And in here, you can see we display in different namespace how many active user and how many inactive user. The active user display as blue color and the inactive user display as the orange color. And you can drill down to the different AWS region. User is not specified to region, but why we also would like to display this, because some user, they actively view dashboard in one region, and some other user, they actively view dashboard in another region. We would like to monitor those usage analytics information. So that's why we provide this drill down information for you to do the further analysis. And in here, again, we analyze the distinct user for different dashboard, and you can see the color, it is distinguished by the blue color, it is by the EU region, and the orange color, it is the US region. You see now purple because we have some anonymous user, and for those anonymous user, some of them we couldn't detect the AWS region, so you see a purple now here. In future, QuickSight can further fine-tuning those data points to display the anonymous user activity better. And for this one, it is for the dashboard utilization. For each dashboard, we display the utilization data, and the utilization calculation formula we explain in the landing page. And in here, we display the statistic of the QuickSight group and users. In this namespace, we have this group, and in this group, we display how many active users we have, percentage of the active user, how many authors we have, percentage of those active authors, and percentage number of the active user and percentage of the active author. And in the bottom, you can see the user information and activity details. For the inactive author, that means in last month, this author didn't do any dashboard events in your account. That means you are paying those users, but they don't do any useful action. They are wasting your monthly license. So we highlight those authors with the red color to let you to notify it. And we provide functionality. You can click this one to check the detail of the user by checking the location information, the department, the management information. You can also click this one to email to this inactive author. I already set the template to pre-populate the email title, email body, and put the author emails into the two fields. You can play with it. And in here, we provide some other information. If you provide those human resource data for your BI admin team to utilize, you can join the usage data with those human resource data to get the further information. And here we provide the longevity calculation and the earliest login, latest login information as we explained in the landing page. And this tab, we display the dashboard analysis. In the dashboard analysis, we also provide those analysis time window. You can specify what time frame you would like to analyze the usage metric. And here for the dashboard, we are using the inactive days to decide this dashboard is active or not. And in here, that's what I mentioned. It is paid session for reader or not. So you can select the only reader, and then you can see the information only for the reader session. If you select all, then you see all the session for all the type of the QuickSight user role. And in here, you can see this tab for the active dashboard. What's mean about active dashboard? That means in last 7 days, for all the 9 dashboard, we do have at least one view dashboard events. So that means that in total, all the 9 dashboard, they are all active. And if we have any inactive dashboard, we will display in here. If the dashboard in last 7 days, no one viewed this dashboard in last 7 days, then this dashboard we mark it as inactive dashboard. And here we display the dashboard click rate weekly progress. This number, it is the view dashboard event in last week. And this number, it is the view dashboard event in this week. And the difference, it is a difference between this week and last week. So compared to last week, we have like roughly 1,000 decrease of the view dashboard events. So you might want to check why introduce those decrease. And if the difference it is negative, the progress bar display as red color. And the target value of the total, it is the last week number. And the percentage, it is used the 700 to divide by the 1,700. And here we use the automatic narrative to display the bottle 3 dashboard for the utilization and the bottle utilization mover. And here we display the bottle 3 username for the utilization and the bottle 3 utilization mover. And here we display the top 3 dashboard for the utilization and the author of these top 3 dashboard. So you might want to give them high performance review of those authors because they develop so wonderful dashboard. And here it is the dashboard weekly click rate grouped by different AWS region. The blue color, it is for the EU region. The orange color is for the US region, and the purple line, it is the total. And we display the data bi-weekly. And this one, we use the bar charting to display the different dashboard, color by the different dashboard. So you can see the individual dashboard weekly click rate. And in here, again, we also care about the distinct user activity, not only the absolute dashboard click rate. So we generate this bar charting to show you the different dashboard, the distinct user activity, and also bi-weekly. And here we display you the top utilization by dashboard and the top user by their access amount. And if you would like to see the user detail, here it is the user detail. We display the user detail information. And here we display the dashboard detail information, like this dashboard, who view it, and who it is the dashboard owner, and when the user view this dashboard, when the event happened, and the region of this dashboard. And if you would like to see the user information, like this person view this dashboard, so I would like to view the information, you can click it, we will bring you back to here, and you will know this user, they view the admin dashboard, and their also status, it is admin. Yeah. And you can go here to see the anonymous user information. So yeah, that's the dashboard review. And now I will go to demonstrate how to build the backend structure. How to build a backend structure? I will use this one to demonstrate to you more easier. So if you go to the GitHub repo, you will see all those information here. And I just create the CloudFormation template for you to use it. You can download this template and then put into your CloudFormation stack. And in this template, you will get those objects. This template, CloudFormation template, will help you to generate one S3 bucket, and you save the API outputs information into this S3 bucket. And this lambda function, it is function to generate the object access information and the user group information. And we provide you the hourly CloudWatch event rule to hourly invoke the lambda function to update the data saved into the S3 bucket. And we provide you a sample QuickSight admin IAM role to execute this lambda function to generate those results. And we define the policy of those lambda function into this permission file. And once you load this CloudFormation stack, you can click this button and then create a stack. And then after the CloudFormation template successfully creation, you will see those resources generate, including one IAM role, including one S3 bucket, and including the lambda function and the hourly trigger event rule. And let me open this one to explain more for you. So the lambda function, we generate the outputs in this folder. One is for the group membership CSV, and another one, it is the object permission CSV. And once you have those information, you can open another CloudFormation template, which it is this one, the Asina table. For this one, what you have to do, it is in this template. Let me show you. I provide if you run this stack, we will automatically generate a Asina admin console database for you and 3 tables. These 3 tables, 2 tables are based on the lambda function output to get your group membership information. This table will provide you the object owner object viewer and the user permission information. And this table, it is get from the CloudTrail log. And all these three tables produce the data you view in the dashboard. And how to do that? Let me show you. In the first template, after you run it, we generate some outputs for you. I put the key value here. So when you try to deploy this Asina table template, the only thing you have to do is you go to search some keywords, the value of the group membership in the previous Lambda stack. For the location, you just put the output of the group membership location in the S3 bucket. And similarly, for the object access, you replace this one with the object access location in the previous Lambda stack output in here. And also, you replace the CloudTrail table name, and you replace the value with the CloudTrail log location, which it is the output of this one and this one. And once you replace those information, you will be able to run this stack and generate those results, including one database and 3 tables. And if you go to Asina, you will be able to see those information, these 3 tables. And after you have these 3 tables successfully deployed, you can deploy the third CloudFormation template. And in this CloudFormation template, we provide the data source inside QuickSight and the data set of the object access and the data set of the group membership information and the data set of the CloudTrail information, the main data set. And then once the 3 data sets successfully create, the CloudFormation stack will help you to generate the dashboard. And the dashboard, it is copying the public template I provide to all of you. So once you successfully deploy this stack, you will have everything ready in your QuickSight account. And in here, just be careful, this one, it is a new account. I deployed the template. So the data you see will be different from this sample demo dashboard. This one, I just demonstrate you if I deploy the template into a brand new account, similar as your environment. So you will see in your account, after you deploy the 3 template, you will see these 3 new data set. And in the data set, what you see, it is the SQL query in this way. And inside the SQL query, what I do, it is I join the object access information with the group membership information and produce you the dashboard ownership, dataset ownership, those information. Because some of them, the ownership belong to a group, some of them, the ownership belong to a user. So we have to do a union syntax to union those different information together. And in this dataset, This one, it is very simple. In this dataset, we just basically select everything from the group membership table. And this one is very complicated. In this dataset, we produce some SQL query to generate the information by combining all the three tables together. So what we do is we generate some subquery to pass the data inside the CloudTrail table. In CloudTrail table, the data, some of the data they save into the array format. So we have to use some string function to pass them. In this example, we assume that most of the user, they are assuming I am row, they are federated user, log into the account to get information. So we use this function to pass the user identity information to get the assumed row the user is assuming. And we use this function to get the full username, because the full username including the row the user is assuming and the real username. Similar like here, the row I'm assuming is admin and real username is this one. So we have to concatenate the information together to generate the real username. And also we get the dashboard name from the CloudTrail log, and we get the dashboard ID, and we get the event type by passing the event type from string to timestamp format. And we get the latest event time information. And we apply the where clause to get the event source, which is QuickSight, and the event name is get dashboard. Get dashboard means view dashboard. And we only get the last 3 months information. And then we join with another table, which it is we join with the CloudTrail log again. But in the CloudTrail log, we generate a subquery to only get the login information, because the login information, the event name, it is assumed row with SAML, not the get dashboard. So by using these two subquery, we combine the information of the user login and the user view dashboard events together. And then we continue to join the group membership dashboard to get the user information, because from the CloudTrail log, we don't know the user belong to which group. So we have to join this table to get the group information of every user. And then we join with the object access table to get the owner information, because only from here we can know the dashboard belong to who. So we have to join with this table to get the ownership information of every dashboard. And finally, after those complicated join, we are able to generate this data set. And then we generate the dashboard by loading those data sets. Because this account is a new account, we don't have so much information here. So you see the different data in this different account. And in the dashboard, but once you deploy my template to create the dashboard in your environment, you can see the calculation formula I define how to get those inactive author information. There are a bunch of the calculated field, and every field start with the equal sign. That means the calculated field I create based on the in the dashboard level. So you can check it one by one to see how can I define those calculated fields. And you can see the dashboard design here. And you can see how can I define the action for the email. For the email, you can see here, what I do, it is the action name, I use the username to notify you. And then in the URL, I provide the URL here by using the syntax mail to the email field of this table, and the subject line and the username here. So you'll be hi blah blah the username, and then the information like you for 1 month you don't do any activity in my account. Please do something, otherwise I will suspend your or delete your user account in my environment. And you can see those information here. And in the template, I provide one more further information for you to try it. This one, I combine the tab from one of my another big data blog published 1 year ago by using those group membership and objects access dataset. You can construct those information to get not only the user information, but also if you would like to view like each group user on which object, and each object, the object ID, and who are the principal, and this principal has which permission. Like this one, it is a viewer, so this user only can describe the dashboard. This dashboard, query dashboard means get the data from the dashboard. That's the API terminology in the IAM policy, like which action the user can perform on this dashboard. By passing those data, you can further to analyze what this user can do to this dashboard. Yep, deploy the 3 CloudFormation template, you will get all the information you would like to see. And now, here it is an advanced topic about the lambda function. I will explain the lambda function on high level. If you have furthermore questions, feel free to contact QuickSight team, and we will answer the question to you. In the lambda function, what I do, it is pretty simple. I just define 2 files. One is group membership, one is the object access. And then what I do, it is for every namespace, I get the users, list the users, and describe the users, and put the information into a list. And then I print the list into the CSV file. And similarly, I get all the dashboard, and for each dashboard, describe a permission. For each data set, describe the permission. And for each data source, describe a permission. And the same for analysis, for scene, for everything. And then I put all those information into an array, and then I save this array into a CSV file. So that's why you can get the group membership data and the object access data. And furthermore, if you would like to do more advanced analysis, you can, I didn't integrate the output data into the public dashboard yet. But if you would like to do that, you can use this Python function, this lambda function, to get information like for every dashboard, what is the data set, and the data set ID, data source ID, data set name, and the query of the data set, and the data set ingestion information. You can use this lambda function to output all those information, including the last update time of the data set. And once you do that, you will be able to generate the analysis in similarly as this one.
Ying, just a quick question or call out. Can you double check? I put a reference link for the CloudFormation template GitHub location in the chat window. Can you just confirm if that's correct, or if there's anything more that you would like to share with the group?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Thank you.
This one just for information. If you would like to enrich your dashboard with those dataset information and dataset ingestion status, later I will combine this one into the demo dashboard. And now let's go to the question. Yeah, the link is correct. The save and folder is correct. Yeah.
Excellent.
And yeah. And the final topic it is not only the admin console. Inside this GitHub repo, you can get a lot of different information. You can get the migration scripts. We will do the session next week. And you can get one template to programmably set up the security architecture of QuickSight environment. So all the open source tool, the serverless solution we provide, we will put everything inside this GitHub repo. So feel free to visit it, and also feel free to raise your request. We will try our best to generate those information for you. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Again, one of the things that I would call out as just being a really powerful innovation to what you've seen here today, from what we had seen prior to Ying publishing this approach, is being able to leverage the APIs as a data source alongside CloudTrail to have a more comprehensive look at the usage information and the visibility across the account. So thank you, Ying, for not only coming up with this really powerful approach, but sharing it with us in a way that is so well documented and so straightforward to deploy. If you were sitting down trying to come up with a way, it would be doable, but probably take quite a lot of time and processing. So really appreciate that. With that, I would just say thank you so much for your time today, and do let us know how we can help in the future.